Hello, I'm Mark Marquez. I like to ride fast. I crash my bike, I such man, I run to pit, I get on next bike, and I go and record fastest lap of day. That's that. I don't think that's that accurate. Over the last week, there has been a buzz over Honda registering a patent for what looks to be the next generation of their much venerated Fireblade. The diagrams show splitters concealed within the fairing that are cable actuated, controlled by both the bike's ECU and the rider, most likely via rider modes. Why is this exciting? Well, if you follow any form of motorcycle racing, you'll have noticed the increasing popularity of attaching aerodynamic wings to the bike's fairing in order to increase downforce on the front wheel during heavy acceleration or braking. And you'll have seen the modest performance improvements off the back of this. They're not completely reinventing the wheel, it is not massive, but it has improved things. And you can tell by the fact that all manufacturers are now doing that for their race bikes. Well, I say all, most of them are implementing something similar. Unfortunately, that means it looks likely Honda have dropped the idea of developing a road-going V4 adaptation of their GP bikes, but it does mean they are replicating some form of their race pedigree machines for road use. Actually, now that I say that out loud, that probably doesn't sound like the best idea. They're already slightly more than you can legally use on roads. Either way, if, like me, you want to be a pasty-skinned, slightly taller version of Mark Marquez on the road, this is about as close as you're going to get, for the time being. Hello, I'm Mark Marquez. I like to ride fast. I crash my bike, I such man, I run to pit, I get on next bike, and I go and record fastest lap of day. He sort of sounds, I don't think that's that accurate. Moving on. As the designs stand at the moment, the bike will have concealed headlights within the air scoop at the front of the bike, so it looks a little bit more streamlined and track ready. Also concealed within the fairing, it has 4 retractable winglets which will increase downforce when deployed. This, as mentioned, will improve stability on the front end when accelerating and cornering. But as they're retractable, they won't cause unnecessary drag when not required. So it's an improvement on the technology that they're already using for the moment. For the safety conscious amongst you, the preset for the spring-loaded winglets is to remain deployed, and they are retracted via a cable. This means that if there's an electronic or mechanical fault with the action, they will remain in the out position, so that you don't go into a corner expecting downforce which isn't there. This is not a revolutionary concept. Performance car manufacturers have been using and improving active aerodynamics for a while. This is, however, one of the first times a bike has been seen to introduce the technology. I say one of the first because Aprilia have also been generating a buzz recently with their RS660 concept, which is also said to have active aerodynamics. It'll be interesting to see if and when this patent comes to mainstream manufacture, and which other manufacturers decide to follow suit and develop their own. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Is this a bike to get excited for? Or are you dying for a road-going Honda V4 instead? Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video. Ta-ra.